And welcome back to another episode of Everyman Driver. I am Dave Erickson.
And I'm Alex LaFreese. And this week we're reviewing the all-new 2013 Acura RDX all-wheel drive with the tech package.
And coming up on this episode, we'll learn more about that tech package. Alex will go under the hood to learn more about its engine and performance, and he'll run down the RDX's main competitors.
And finally, Dave and I will tell you what we really think of the car with our all-new Everyman Driver ownership scale.
A lot going on. It's going to be a beautiful day here in the Inland Northwest. Thanks for joining us. Everyman Driver starts now.
As far as style, the RDX looks much more streamlined compared to models of the past. It has a more attractive and sleek-looking design. Dare I say, aerodynamic. One of the biggest differences I recognize and appreciate cosmetically when comparing the body style of the Acura when it debuted in 2007 to what we see today is the front-end styling. The headlights have a more tapering look around the fenders. The taillights have been modified as well. The fog lamps are more open, and the grille face smiles luxury. So in the end, the Acura of today has aged well and deserves our respect.
Under the hood, the Acura's got an all-new 3.5-liter V6 that produces about 273 horsepower with 250 foot-pounds of torque. This engine is much smoother and also more economical than the outgoing 4-cylinder turbo.
When we talk about fuel economy, this is rated at 19 miles per gallon in the city, 27 on the highway. I've been getting about 22, 23 miles per gallon in mixed driving.
Yeah, this really is a sporty little crossover. It's been clocked doing 0 to 60 in about 6.5 seconds, so it's really got some get up and go.
In terms of ride and handling for 2013, the Acura has made the entire car softer, lighter steering, and more forgiving suspension.
You know, fans of sportier cars are really going to want to look at the BMW X3, but the Everyman driver is really going to appreciate how easy this car is to drive. I'm a huge fan of the new engine they've put in this. The naturally aspirated 6 cylinders, much smoother than the herky-jerky 4-cylinder turbo of years past. Really a great and easy car to drive. Also, I was a big fan of the brakes on this car. Very responsive, very little pedal pressure needed to get to a stop.
All right, Alex, comfort-wise here in the front two seats of the Acura?
I love it. I like the seats a lot. Seats mean a lot to me, and there's also plenty of leg room up here in the front seat.
You're 6'2", I'm almost 6 feet tall. I love the adjustable seats for the front and back. We got leather interior, which is really sharp looking. Plenty of spots here in the front. You even have that USB adapter if you want to charge your phone on the go, or if you have an MP3 player of some kind. Storage space, what do you like? Good?
I think for a center console, I think it's great.
Yeah, it's pretty deep, not too bad. Plenty of spots for your drinks too, Starbucks in our case.
Yeah, the other thing I really like is the whole navigation system and interface is really easy to use. Some of the old BMWs people will remember were really, really tough. This, you'll have it going in no time.
And one thing that I've noticed in a lot of the new cars that I'm testing these days is that some of these navigation screens are almost exposed to the sun, but this one has a shade over it, so you don't have to worry about glare when you're looking at it.
Yeah, the other thing that's great is that I don't like the screens when they pop up out of the dash. You never seem to be able to see them quite as well. This is a big screen, very centrally located, very easy to see.
Let's take a look at the back seats.
Let's do it. Well, as you can see, I'm now in the back seat, and I haven't moved it from where I was sitting up in the front. And so if me and my twin are sitting in the all-new RDX, we're both a little cramped.
I think the same thing over here. My driver's seat position hasn't changed much. And if I was on an airplane, I'd have someone putting their knee in my back right now, which is the most annoying thing on a plane, is having someone's knee jabbing you while you're trying to sit back and enjoy the ride.
Especially if you're a big kid like Dave here, knee and mom and dad in the back.
Otherwise, I mean, headroom seems to be okay. Shoulder room, a little bit tight, but I think the knee room, leg room, that's the issue.
Definitely could be a little better.
Okay.
One unique feature that comes with the tech package is the remote operated liftgate.
This is so helpful, especially if you have your hands full with groceries or if you're going to be loading stuff up. The holidays are coming around, so you might have some presents you want to load in. That's a very helpful feature with the tech package, as well as this button up here to close the liftgate. In some cases, you have to do it manually, and again, if your hands are full, it's not that easy, but it's an easy push of the button, but you can do it manually as well. We know that's pretty fast.
Yeah. Looking here at the trunk for cargo space, it doesn't have as much as a Volvo or BMW equivalent. It does have more than a Mercedes-Benz GLK, Overall, I'd say it's pretty average for the class.
And if you want a little bit more room, you can pull the seats down, obviously. You can do it from this angle, or from Alex, you got some lifts over here as well. And you might need two people to do that. But one thing, Alex, I don't like, and I notice some of the SUVs have this, it's not as flush as it could be.
Yeah, definitely if you want that much more cargo space, you're gonna need to upgrade to a full-size SUV. The competition for this car is nothing but a bunch of letters and numbers, including the Audi Q5, BMW X3, and the Mercedes-Benz GLK. If you want a deal, you might want to look at the Volkswagen Tiguan. It's priced significantly less than the models listed here, and it's actually got a real name.
Now you have two trim levels available with the RDX. You have the all-wheel drive and the front-wheel drive, and each has the option of adding the tech package.
Yeah, the tech package includes xenon high-density headlamps, a satellite navigation system, an awesome 410 watt surround sound stereo system, and voice control to keep it all in check.
And one of my favorites, the backup camera.
Alex will go over in greater detail some of the safety features in our Vehicle Safety Spotlight video later this week, but know that the Acura has more than a dozen, including an anti-lock braking system and a tire pressure monitoring system that you can view from the driver's seat.
The 2013 Acura RDX all-wheel drive with the tech package will come in just a shade under 40 grand, with the front-wheel drive only version costing you about 1,400 bucks less.
And Alex, you know this, but according to a study out earlier this year, the average length of ownership of vehicles in the U.S. that were purchased new is now just over 71 months or 6 years.
Yeah, you know, these new cars are lasting so much longer, but also with the economy where it is, people just don't want to purchase new vehicles very often.
So if you were to rate the RDX on a scale of, let's say, 0 to 72 months, how many months would you want to own this RDX?
Well, I really wish that it had a little more cargo room, and quite frankly, the Acura badge just isn't going to carry the weight of its German counterparts. But I love the new styling for 2013, and the V6 engine in this is spot on, so much better than the old 4-cylinder turbo. So overall, I'm going to give it 60 out of 72 months.
I'm going to go between 48 and 60 months. I love the new styling as well. Interior is fantastic. I'm a guy who likes a bigger vehicle, maybe 3 rows of seats, so I might want to lease this for a little while. Instead of buying it, I'm going to go with 48 to 60 months. And that'll wrap it up for this episode of Everyman Driver. I'm Dave Erickson.
And I'm Alex LaFreese. You know, if you haven't already, make sure to go to our YouTube channel and subscribe for updates on new video uploads.